Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
On the double. 45 to Mike. Take it. 61. Matchbox lights. Watch the whip. Now. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Bishop. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. On 1st down, Bishop. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Look at me, Zipper.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Bang, 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 bang. Man. Kill. Hey, Sam on. Hey. Check. Fresno.
From the gun, Bishop. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 8, read.
Let's go, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Bravo.
Shit.
Go. 5.
Operating from the gun, Bishop. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? 50.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check.
Hey.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Yeah. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bishop. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. McCrane's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Go! Ready!
Begin, eh? 11. Tight go. Watch, twitch.
40, easy, alert. Hey, I-7.
Just beating the play clock is Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic can get you scored on again.
Get wide. Check.
Go.
Check out.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Bishop letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Ready?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
25. Check 25. Check.
Hard.
Under.
Look at me. Go.
Kill.
Go. Now.
Check three.
Get it.
To throw again. Bishop. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
SOS.
Hey, wahoo.
SOS. 47's the mic.
Protein spill. Hey, Echo.
Switch.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Smooth.
Hey, check, Mike. 40.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bishop. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11 green. Check. Cross.
Off of play action. Luck. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Yannick Ngakoue with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
80 weapon. Hey, orbit.
Watch the shim.
Back. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Alpha. You're out.
36,
32.
From the gun, Bishop. Cooper's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Check, 47. Hey, watch the slant.
Look at me. Zipper.
On first and 10, Bishop. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Watch the edge.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Got it. Let's go now. X3. 218. Chopper.
Say. Shim.
Go. Fire.
Operating from the gun, Bishop. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Luck. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Exit.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Luck on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Delta.
It's our time. It's our time. Mark 38. Mark 38. Mark 38. Hey, we're pretty quiet.
Crawl.
38 to Mike. I got it. Mike 38. Mike 38.
On.
Rip right.
Hey, Foxtrot.
He's got it.
From the gun, here's Luck. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded. the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Myers on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Yes!
Stay at home.
Throwing again. Bishop. He finds Taylor, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Hey, two. Pilot, 64, weak.
Motion.
Ready?
On first down, Bishop. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 13. 61, matchbox lights. Buzz. Go. Get it.
Looking to throw. Bishop. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the interception, it's Love. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Come on, 11. You better be ready. Go. Don't be scared of it. Mike, 53.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Safety screaming. Check 53 is mine. Check 53.
Hey, team 6.
Here's Locke. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
On the
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Go, now.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Ready up.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Check 37.
They're going with Lindsey. This well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, echo.
Luck now to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaq Thompson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 16-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 50, check 50.
Hey, rock it, rock Mike.
Another run by Lindsey. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Check. Smooth. Lucky. Slam, slam, slam. You go tight. You got tight.
Rock it.
He's crashing.
Look at me. Zipper. Hit it.
From the gun, Bishop. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Dante Fowler in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. They'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike. Time to go. Night. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
From the red zone now, Luck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
53.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
No. Joker.
Hey. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Bishop. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Mike, 53.
Quo.
Now a first down throw. Luck. He's going to fire one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Luck. He'll buy some time right. This is caught inside the 15. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Ready. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Play action. It's locked. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Kittle, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers.
What
What does that
4
mean?
fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
On the ready.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw on 2nd down, Bishop. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
No. Hey, exit.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47. Now watch run. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Go.
From the gun, Bishop. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Go.
Check safety.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
General West.
Kill.
Hey, Delta. Now. Shoot.
On 4th down, Bishop. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. Tighten up.
Here's Johnson. Spins away. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you. Mike 38, Mike 38. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the turn. Don't get nervous. Mike 38, Mike 38.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Luck. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Luck now to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. Fresno. On. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit. Go ahead. Check 26. Check.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
18 Gator.
All day, just like that.
JD weapon.
Tight dog. Watch, twist.
Hey, dude.
47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Yo, go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Zipper. Five.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
We go. Bravo. 50, plant.
Three down.
Go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Check, 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 check. Check three, check three, check three.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Switch, switch, switch.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey! Get it.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you. He's got, hey, let go. Go.
To throw again, Bishop. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Greystone, travel. Now, hey, orbit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Luck going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. George Kittle with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Minnesota, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.